Hey everyone, and happy holidays. This is Ben Reno again, and I'll be doing a holiday themed video in a couple of days, but for now I just want to go over the recent news with BlackBerry that came out a few days ago. Now there are two things that came out. First was the BlackBerry Classic, and just to start off I'll just run on the specs and then just give you my general opinion on it. So the BlackBerry Classic, it has a roughly 300 ppi screen, 8 megapixel camera on the front, 2 megapixel rear camera, 2570 milliamp hour battery, and it's got a 3.5 inch screen, and it's got plenty of power to run BlackBerry OS 10 very smoothly. So that's the rundown on it, but the real story with the BlackBerry Classic is that it comes with the classic tool belt from the older style Blackberries. That means it has the menu button, the back button, send and end keys, as well as the trackpad from older models. Now, so I watched some of BlackBerry's demonstration videos where they actually showed how to use the trackpad and all the other sort of buttons in a efficient way. It actually looks very good. There's a lot of shortcuts built into the keyboard for handling the operating system, and also the trackpad is fully built in, and it's very easy to use. So it's not just like a little addition, it's like fully baked into the OS, which I was happy to see. But the more disappointing thing for me is that I really think that BlackBerry was on the right track with the all touchscreen devices, and maybe this is just a small foray back into keyboard style devices, but I really, really hope it is, because I think their all touchscreen devices were great. I think they just need to sell more. They need to get the prices right instead of having them be $500 for what should be a $200 phone. I think they just need to lower the prices of their really good all touchscreen phones, and they can really gain a lot of market share and then get those app developers in there, because it really is a good operating system. BlackBerry 10, I mean. But yeah, I think the Classic, it's basically they're marketing it as a Bold replacement for people who still have a Bold 9900, or people who switch from a Bold 9900 to like iPhone 5 or something. So for that crowd, it may work. For that crowd, it may get them quite a few buyers. I don't really know. Time will tell, and sales will tell. I think they're going in the right track if they're just trying to come out with something that's for sure going to sell and for sure going to basically show people their image and basically stay true to themselves. But I really hope that next year they're going to come out with some all touchscreen devices which are really spectacular, because I really like the Z30 so far. I really like the Z10. I think they're both great products. I think if the prices are lowered and they come out with new versions, they're going to sell like hotcakes. At least potentially. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the BlackBerry Classic. I think it's going to do okay for them. I mean, it definitely could be the phone they need right now. I'll have to wait and see how sales are. Next, I'd like to talk about the BlackBerry earnings report, and this was also very interesting. So, around this time last year, BlackBerry reported a loss of $4.4 billion. And yeah, they didn't do anywhere near that bad this year. Their latest earnings report showed that BlackBerry actually made a $6 million profit, which is the first time, which is much better than last year, let's say. And the really interesting things were in the details. So normally, BlackBerry's devices make up a huge portion of their overall revenue every quarter, but this quarter was actually an even split. There was 46% of their revenue for hardware and 46% of their revenue for software. Or no, services. And then 8% for software. So they've actually gotten the majority of their business from software and services right now. So basically, they're moving into an age where not only can they produce cell phones and sell them well, but they can also be a multi-platform security solution. But I really like BlackBerry 10. I really hope the operating system itself takes off and they're able to produce a lot more phones, because I do prefer that side of them the most. But for now, I don't think we have any sort of worries about BlackBerry fading into non-existence. Sure, their revenue's dropping, but I think it's about time that they're going to start seeing sustained growth. I think this next quarter is going to bring in a lot of money for them. I think they're going to start seeing higher profits. Could be 12 million, it could be 45 million, but I think that next quarter we're going to see some really positive results. I think you're going to see more acquisitions from the company, more basically steps in confidence. And John Chen really has my confidence that he's got to turn the company around, but the way in which he's doing it, I don't necessarily agree with. And I hope at some point they launch some more touchscreen focused BlackBerry 10 smartphones. And I can't stress that enough. BlackBerry 10 really is a great operating system. And although I'm glad that the company is doing fine, I think it's time for them to start seeking growth. I think they can seek growth in low-cost smartphones running their top-of-the-line operating system, which is certainly possible because it runs great on dual-core processors, so it could definitely be done. But yeah, that's what I have to say about their earnings report. So they actually made money on phones for the first time in quite a while, and they used to lose a lot of money on phones. So we're seeing a lot of good things coming out this quarter, and the next year, like John Chen said, that this is going to be the first full fiscal year where you're going to see growth from the company. So after this fourth quarter and then next year starting, we're going to start seeing some really positive things from BlackBerry, and I look forward to seeing how they plan on doing that. Well, anyway, these are my thoughts on the BlackBerry Classic and the BlackBerry earnings report. If you have any sort of questions or comments, you can leave them down in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.